What's up, guys? Gate was 10.2 million. Attendance was 18,370. Sold out. Highest grossing event in arena history and highest grossing MMA event in California. Fight of the night, Merab and Umar. You're in Almeida 1. Performance of the night. I'm wheels up at 11:30, so let's keep this short and sweet.
All right. Dana, never ideal with a pay-per-view, main event change on 24 hours notice, but you've done it before. So I guess what was your take on,
Here's the crazy part. The budget's $7.5 million for the gate. We're at 9.5 when the fight falls out. Fight falls out, we replace it. We end up at 10.2.
Where did it rank in terms of chaos behind it? I mean, it ended up being a windfall for you, but, I mean, how chaotic was it? How difficult was it to pull this off?
Every day is chaos in this business. Every day there's something going on. Nobody pulls it off better than we do.
Yeah. Islam goes out there and dominates in the main event. I just want to get your thoughts on his performance and being willing to take this challenge.
Incredible. Both guys. I mean, for Moicano to step up and accept this fight on short notice, and obviously, for the champ. I told you, I said it publicly. He said, brother, I am the champion. I'm going to bed. Whoever I'm fighting tomorrow, I don't care. I'll wake up and I'll fight anybody. So came out and did what you're supposed to do in that position and actually like a stud.
I've seen a lot of people say that because of that, Islam deserves some maybe pound-for-pound #1 rankings.
He's already the pound-for-pound #1 ranking.
But is he yours?
Yeah. I'll give it to him.
Fair enough. Arman
Are you happy? Is everybody happy now?
Yeah, you finally got you. Arman Tsarukyan, what do you do with him at this point? I mean, do you automatically rebook him in the next title fight? Do you go back to the drawing board?
No. Yeah, he's going back to the drawing board. I don't want anybody to ever fight hurt, ever. We've been in these positions before. Went down there with the doctor. Went down there with Heather from the PI, who is, you can ask any fighter or anybody else. She's the best in the world, and you miss opportunities sometimes, and he did. So we'll see how this plays out for him next year.
You feel like he could have competed?
You
feel like he could have competed tonight?
I have no idea. I don't know that. Only he knows that.
Last thing I wanted to ask you, just get your thoughts on Merab Dvalishvili, that amazing fight with Umar, and kind of where you see Merab at this point.
The pace this guy sets and the output that he has. I was actually a little surprised in the 5th round. He looked like he was fresh and ready to go. I expected him to run through him in the 5th, and he was a little more cautious and whatever, but he looked great. Yeah, Merab absolutely put on an incredible performance tonight.
Dana,
yeah.
Do you feel like you have a problem at the bantamweight division? Because who fights this guy right now? When you look at it, nobody really matches up well with him. Nobody can manage that pace. Like, what do you do in that division to come up with a really good contender at this point?
Yeah, I think we feel that way when guys come off great performances like he has. But we'll see. We'll see what's next. There's always somebody next.
And in terms of Islam, and you saying you think he's #1 now, like you had gone for years with Jones because of the longevity. What did Islam do in this fight and maybe his previous fight that you looked at and said that puts him #1?
Yeah, I mean, Islam was willing to fight anybody. He stayed active, and he went out tonight and performed the way a guy should on a short notice fight when you are the best in the world and you're the champion. Yeah.
So John might still have it if he fought Cho at 151?
What's the question?
I said John might still have it if he fought Cho at 151.
Yeah. Don't be dicks. I just admitted I'm giving it to him. He's the pound for pound, all right?
And when he comes, since he had such a quick fight, do you bring him back quicker? Is he a guy that you can use earlier because he was
I don't know. We'll see what he wants to do. And, like I said, we always sit down and start to plan this stuff out on Tuesdays.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
Dana right here. With this win tonight, Islam 15 straight wins, second longest in history behind Anderson Silva, and now the most lightweight title defenses. Do you feel like he is the best lightweight we've ever had in this
100%. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he's the pound-for-pound best in the world right now, and he's definitely the best to ever do it in that division.
You announced Craig Pelesian will be going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Can you just expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, listen, you guys all know the story very well. The Ultimate Fighter is what turned this whole thing around, got people to learn about the sport. And 20 years yesterday, 15 world champions, multiple top 10s and stars. And, Craig deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And looking back on the, you know how I feel about season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter. So it's cool. And then tonight to look to the left and see Chris Lieben judging fights over there too. Yeah, cool week.
Yeah, and you went with DC and Chael as the tough coaches for the next season.
Yeah.
Obviously, they won't be fighting, so it's kind of the thinking of how that would work.
Yeah, you know, you always want people that are going to add value, be able to, you know, teach these kids that come in something new. Both those guys are great. Plus, I'm sure they'll both be great TV too.
And what do you do kind of with Yuri going forward, right? He has the 2 losses, but he beats another former champion in Jamal Hill. There's not too much room in the rankings between him and the top. What do you feel like he has to do to maybe get that 3rd fight with Alex if Alex continues to defend?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We got to see how this plays out with Alex now. And I doubt people don't not want to see that fight again. So we'll see how it plays out.
And just 2 more outside of tonight. Patricio Pitbull, the longtime Bellator champion,
Yeah.
he got a unconditional release from PFL, and he says he badly wants to fight in the UFC. Are you interested in bringing him into the featherweight division?
I don't know. I'll talk to the boys about that, and we'll see where we're at.
Another one is Aaron Pico. Ali Abdelaziz said his exclusive negotiation window, I think, ends this week.
I definitely know the boys are interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to look ahead to the next pay-per-view, UFC 312, where does Khamzat Chimaev fit into the middleweight division? Do you think he'll get the winner of Strickland and Duplessis, or is he going to fight again before a title shot?
Yeah, I think he probably gets the next shot.
Thank you.
Dana, right over here.
Yep.
So Grant Dawson said he's hoping for a Beneil Dariush fight, that was kind of being talked about. Can we confirm that, or is that anywhere close to being confirmed?
Don't know yet.
All right. Who impressed you the most tonight?
Oh, shit. I mean, it would have to be the co-main and main event. I mean, Merab, the pace he set, how good he looked. I think a lot of people thought he might get out-wrestled by Umar. That was not the case. Oh, and by the way, we didn't even mention this, that he broke George St. Pierre's takedown record, all-time takedowns in UFC. So great night for him, and then obviously Islam came out and delivered. Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyone surprise you tonight? Maybe Howney Barcelos is like a 7-1.
Yeah. No, that was a great win too, and also, you know, Almeida beat the number 7 ranked guy and did it spectacularly. So a lot of guys really had good performances tonight.
How about the girl, Aylin Perez? Is she going to get someone top 10 possibly very soon?
I don't know. We'll see.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Dana
Yeah.
over here. Dana, you've shown a lot of love to the Inland Empire in Anaheim. This was a great event. The Intuit Dome really lit up. Is it safe to say LA County could get more UFC events again in the coming years?
No, we're never coming back here ever again, sir.
Why
It
would
was
you
a
break
terrible
my
event.
heart?
This place sucked, and we're never coming back. Yes, this place is beautiful. I mean, look how badass this arena is. Look how good it looks on TV. You know what? I'll tell you what I love tonight. So many people came up to me tonight and said, "Thank you for not pulling this fight out of LA. LA needs this, and we needed this." And obviously, when you look at the gate and everything about tonight was awesome. And yes, we will be back to LA.
Thank you so much. Charles Oliveira was a very prominent part of Fight Week. With Arman now back to the drawing board, is it safe to say he's the front runner maybe for Islam at 155?
No clue. We'll figure that out on Tuesday.
Dana,
And then finally, Rainier de Ritter had a great victory. Caio Bahayo's on a roll. Khamzat's on a roll. Can you just talk about where RDR fits into middleweight and just how that division is shaping up right now?
Yeah, you look good. I have no clue. Figure that out on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dana over here.
Yep.
Craig Peligian gets inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame, first Armenian inducted, especially to announce that in Los Angeles. Obviously, Arman's not fighting, but still you had a lot of Armenians in the crowd. Just talk to me about, what that moment was like, and also tell us a little bit about you and Craig's relationship.
Yeah, it literally just fell this way that, we're here and the Armenian, the whole thing just sort of landed on tonight. But yeah, I mean, I've had a 20-year history with Peligian, a 20-year relationship with him, and he's one of the best, producers of television in Hollywood. And we lied to him tonight on why he was here. I asked him to come to. He had no idea that was going to happen, and he was pretty excited about it. So
Did you talk to him afterwards?
he was with me. Yeah. Yeah.
Final question I have to ask you. You said going back to the drawing board with Arman. Kind of tell us about what that looks like. What are you going to kind of envision?
I don't know. He's not getting a title shot, so that means he's going to have to fight his way back to the title. Thank you.
Dana, you said that the UFC was going to come here definitely, but Vegas was a backup with the fires.
Right.
Can you tell us how crazy that situation was?
It wasn't at all. We were coming here no matter what. Listen, you have to have a backup. You know, you're a fool if you don't back it up and something really goes wrong. But we go. We're going. We went through COVID. We go. We were coming here no matter what.
There wasn't a time where
Never.
Let's see what's happening to. Okay.
Never.
And you're catching a plane. Where are you going? DC?
I'm going to D.C., yeah.
Can you tell us what you think this means for the country after the next couple days when Trump becomes
It doesn't suck. I can tell you that. I'm really happy about it, and I love him. I'm really happy for him, and he's actually he'll be here on Friday. I talked to him this morning. He says he's coming to California on Friday and you know, wants to help out.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Dana,
Yes, sir.
Dana, did you see two former rivals, Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker? They filmed an episode together, and they were training together. What'd you think of that?
I didn't know that. That's fascinating. Very cool.
And one more from me, another middleweight, former UFC middleweight, Darren Till. He won a Misfits boxing match today by
I saw that on the internet. Yeah, I saw that. I never heard of the guy he fought, but I guess he's a tough guy, and it was a big deal that Till beat him the way he beat him.
Yeah.
Then over here, after the Umar fight, you had a short conversation with Khabib. Did he think Umar won somehow? Maybe he was hoping he won. And what's next for Umar?
I'm sure he was. We didn't talk about that. I told him great fight, and he said thank you. I don't know what's next for Umar.
Hi, Dana.
Yeah.
Over here. For the French people, do you have any update regarding the fight between Manon Fiorot and Valentina Shevchenko?
What's the question?
For the French people,
Yeah.
for the title between Shevchenko and Manon Fiorot, is there going to be a fight?
Did we announce it? No?
That was the question.
Okay. We'll announce it. When we do it, we'll announce it. Thank you.
Dana, right here.
Yeah.
After Merab was announced as the winner, he walked straight to you and had some words that he shared with you.
Yeah, he and I have had a kind of a goofy relationship. So he was just saying, listen, I love the UFC. Thank you for everything. And, yeah, he was going crazy. I said, talk to Joe. You and I will talk later. So.
Well, when you say goofy relationship, what is it?
It's been pretty public how goofy our relationship is. He's done some things that I didn't love, you know, and I don't dislike him at all. It's just we've had some moments. But that's typical. I have moments with everybody, so
Okay.
no biggie.
Well, was part of this, he was vocal about wanting to wait 2 more months. And then Khabib had said in an interview that he thought that Merab was pressured into taking this fight. How was the negotiation getting him to take this fight when you wanted it this month?
If Merab was pressured into taking this fight, it worked out for him.
What was that all about? Like, was he injured or
Who?
Merab?
I don't know. Ask Merab about that.
Yeah, I'll ask him about that. And then the last thing I wanted to ask real quick, toward the end of last year, you had said that you had a meeting that you were going to have to fix the UFC rankings, and we never really followed up or heard from you what that meeting was. Can you tell us what those plans are?
We're still working on it, and actually we should be announcing that next few weeks, right? Yeah, like 2-3 weeks.
A little tease. Does it have anything to do with AI?
Yeah, and some
Meta?
other stuff too.
Meta?
I think we have a good plan in place, and when we're ready to unveil it, we will.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dana, here.
Yep.
Okay. Dana, los mexicanos están un poquito acostumbrados, la afición mexicana acostumbrada a ver a algún peleador mexicano en este tipo de eventos. Un mensaje para esa gente con respecto también a lo que se viene este año para los peleadores mexicanos.
You know, all the Mexican people are so used to actually having Mexican fighters at an event like this against East California. Any messages as to what's going on for Mexico this year? What's in store for Mexican fighters and Mexico?
You know, it's funny. That's a great point, sir. We were talking about that a couple days ago, or today, or yesterday, or whenever the hell it was. We were basically saying, can you imagine that we're in Los Angeles with two Dagestani guys, a guy from Georgia and a guy from Brazil, are the co-main and main event. The place sold out, breaking records, and the arena's going fucking crazy. This was unheard of. You know, you would have had to come here with De La Hoya or some boxers from Mexico back in the day, but it's just a testament to how much the sport has grown and how you don't have to have, guys from certain areas to roll into different cities. It's actually fascinating. But What was his question?
Plans
about
for
Mexico?
plans for Mexico this year. Mexican fighters, Mexico.
We're going to Mexico City this year, and you know, you know how invested I am in Mexico. PI, the whole deal. Lots of good things for Mexico this year.
Hey,
Good.
Dana. Just in the middle,
Yeah.
towards the back. Last year, you told us early this year you'd have an announcement to make about entering boxing. Are you close to making that announcement?
No. There's stories being written out there, but no.
In the New York Times with a boxing league with Turki Al-Alashik.
Yeah, I saw that article.
What did you make of it?
I think that the article was incredibly premature, and if there was a deal done, it would have been announced. You would have had quotes from me. No quotes from me or UFC or anything. So
Once the Apex has had its expansion, could we see boxing at the Apex?
I think you can see a lot of things at the Apex after the expansion. The Apex is going to be badass when it's done. It's like a $26 to $30 million expansion, so it's going to be very nice.
Looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you, sir.
Dana, you mentioned just Los Angeles. It was a great turnout. Unfortunately, Tsarukyan's fans didn't get to see their guy fight. Would you want to?
Who didn't?
Tsarukyan.
Yeah.
A lot of Armenian fans wanted to see him tonight. You really didn't get to see that from a fan base standpoint. Would you want to bring him back to like a fight night at the Honda Center just to bring him back to Southern California for him to get that opportunity?
I don't know what we're going to do with him next. I don't know what's next. We'll see. I'm sitting right here right now. I have no idea. Cool. Good night, everybody. Thanks.